What's going on, everybody? Patrick Auger, Matthew Wells, Drake Riggs here for the Body Lock. And today we're breaking down Derrick Lewis versus Curtis Blaydes. Big matchup at heavyweight coming up. Should be a banger for as long as it lasts. I mean, this is a pivotal matchup. Winner of this could easily get a title shot after Stipe and Ngannou and Jones. We'll go into that a little bit and really see, whether or not the winner of this will get the next crack. Might have to fight somebody else. Talk about the heavyweight division overall, but this is really about breaking it all down. I'll throw it to you first, Drake. When you look at this matchup, are you excited for it? And what's your initial feelings towards who you think might take it? Don't give us a prediction yet, but just give us the strengths and weaknesses of each.
Man, I'm honestly not too excited for it. I didn't realize it was next week even, but as it gets closer and everything, I'm always interested definitely in both of these guys' fights. I just feel like this one was supposed to happen a while ago, so I just kind of, when a fight gets rebooked, multiple times or so many times, I'll forget about it. Like, so this is the case with this one, I guess. But as for the matchup, I feel like it's pretty cut and dry. We got, the superior wrestler, maybe in the entire division. Curtis Blaydes can take down pretty much anybody. I think that's safe to say at this point from what we've seen from him. Then Derrick Lewis is the guy who, very easy to get taken down, but he's always lethal in his fists, as we've seen in the infamous Volkov knockout. So I think that this is pretty clear wrestler versus striker kind of matchup. Not to say Blaydes can't hang on the feet with him. I think he can. If you look at like that Junior Dos Santos fight, of course, it is Junior who is on the decline now. But Blaydes, I think, is showing that his striking is coming along pretty nicely. And I know that, we mentioned recently he did get hurt by Hunt, but that was a while ago too. And he survived the Hunt shot, so that's something to note. Of course, the only guy he hasn't been able to survive is Ngannou, which no shame in that. The guy hits impossibly hard. So I think that it's pretty much Lewis's, it's Blaydes' fight to lose for the most part. Not to give a prediction just yet, but this kind of style matchup, I don't think favors him. And I pretty much did it.
All right. So just to recap here for the audience, started out by saying he forgot that the fight was next week and he wasn't excited about it. Then said it was a cut and dry fight. Went into describe, some of the attributes of each fighter, and then said it's Blaydes' fights to lose, but I'm not giving a prediction yet. Yeah, we're gonna cut you off there, Drake, before you give your official prediction.
I can't help it.
I will know to throw it to Matt first next time. Matt,
yo,
how about you go ahead? I mean, Drake brought up some good points. We have seen Lewis throw a couple of Hail Marys. There was Volkov. I would argue Marcin Tybura fight, same type of situation. He's been down on the scorecards a couple of times and then throws one big punch. He's never quite out of it, especially in a 5-rounder. You got Blaydes with the superior wrestling, as Drake mentioned, but we've also seen Lewis in the Olynyk fight, for example. He was just down on the ground. And he's like, I just feel like getting up. Just pushed him off and just got straight up. He's got that just strength to be able to do that. How do you see this fight going, strengths and weakness wise, and keys to how each fighter needs to win here?
Striker versus grappler, right? If Derrick Lewis can keep this on the feet, stuff some takedowns, it's going to be a long night for both of them because Curtis Blaydes isn't going to stop shooting for takedowns. So it's if he can stuff a takedown and land a shot in between that time where Curtis Blaydes actually tries to strike to open up, a potential for another takedown. That's Derrick Lewis's path to victory here. I think Curtis Blaydes is catching Derrick Lewis at a bad time though, because he's healthier than he's ever been in recent years. His back isn't as much of an issue as it was before. He's looked a lot more agile in recent outings, and he's just actually seems to be dedicating himself to improving. So I think it's a bad time to run into Derrick Lewis. But it's always a bad time to run into Curtis Blaydes too, with his style. For a heavyweight, he wrestles like a welterweight, right? He goes out there and tries to put you on your back, and he doesn't stop doing that. Sometimes it makes for a boring fight, but sometimes he'll get you down there and then like punch your head off like he did against Overeem. So It's interesting, man, because this fight can go both ways. I won't pull a Drake and give my prediction just yet, but the style clash here is what intrigues me most about MMA. When you have, two guys that obviously have their paths to victory pretty clear and pretty defined in which one is going to prevail.
Yeah, no, this is a styles clash. I'm right there with you. I agree with Drake's points in terms of it being very cut and dry in that sense. It is going to be Curtis looking for grappling. I think Blaydes can stand. His Blaydes stand up has gotten very good. I think he could stand and bang with Lewis. I'm not sure he wants to do that though, given Lewis's ability to, one punch hit your lights out. And we know Blaydes has a chin, but we've seen him been rocked multiple times. We've seen Ngannou knock him out twice, and we've seen him get rocked by Mark Hunt and then survive via takedown and wrestling. But his chin is not iron, so I think he's not going to say, you know what, I want to stand and trade with him necessarily. I think he's going to go for those takedowns, look for those openings. So before we get to our official predictions, which I want to hear who you think is going to win and the method, whether that's decision, first round KO, what have you, we'll go over that. But make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the notification button with the little bell so that when we're dropping these videos, and when Drake is just going to blow up a prediction video just right off the bat, off a fight that he's not excited for. I'm very excited for this fight.
That's why I did it.
Yeah, of course. Of course it is. Of course it is. Anyway, make sure you do all that. And if you want to throw us a content idea, do that as well. Whether you're on Twitter, whether you join our Discord, we've got videos from some Discord friends that have asked us to do how a fighter gets to the UFC. So check out that video right now, because that's a fan content video right after this. But that being said, Drake, let's go to you. Give me a winner that I'm sure will shock us and the method.
Draw. It's gonna be a majority draw. You wanted it? You got it. We're gonna see some crazy 10-8s. It's gonna be all over the place. No. I think Curtis Blaydes will get the unanimous decision in this one, but it won't come easily. I could see this very well being one where, I like Matt's points about this is a healthier Derrick Lewis, and the stretch that he has been on, while not as impressive as his past winning streaks, right? The Latifi and Blagoy Ivanov victories, not the most exciting ones, didn't finish them with his, patented knockout power, but they showed improvements to Derrick Lewis in his game overall, right? And being able to hang in these grappling areas. And he's always been able to just push people off, no matter the case. But with Blaydes, the guy is he just too talented. His wrestling is too good for, I think, him to just be shoved off by Derrick Lewis, unless he sets up something sloppy. So I think that this fight mostly is going to go with Blaydes doing his thing, getting Derrick Lewis to the ground every single round, dropping some elbows, doing his ground and pound. But I don't think he's going to land super clean for more of this fight than not. I think that Derrick will be able to survive on the ground and maybe work his way up to the cage, and there'll be some clinching there, clinch warfare. But I can see this coming down to Derrick Lewis needs a Hail Mary finish. I don't think he's going to get it, but he's definitely going to come pretty close. I think he's going to land on Blaydes late, make him, shoot for some panic takedowns after Curtis feels maybe he's got it in the bag. Derrick is going to have some success on the feet. And I think it'll be later than it will earlier, because Blaydes will be nice and fresh. We saw maybe some questions around his gas tank in that Volkov fight as it went on. Mentioned that Volkov did pretty well when the fight didn't see him on his back. So can Derrick replicate something like that? Possible. But in the end, I think Blaydes will be able to survive and, keep rolling with his winning streak.
All right, so we got Blaydes. Sounds like by decision. That's what I'm going to roll with. Matt, what say you?
I'm going to go with Derrick Lewis. I'm picking Derrick Lewis on this one, man. I've been waiting for him to, finally hit that stride to where he's like healthy enough and gets on this winning streak and gets another crack at the title. Because I was kind of disappointed, like when he got that shot at Daniel Cormier. I thought Daniel Cormier was always going to beat him, but I was disappointed that he wasn't, 100%. as well. So we really didn't get to see the full potential of that fight. So I'm really liking where he's at right now. I want to see him go out there and get this win, man, because, as we mentioned in recent videos, that heavyweight title picture could open up in a lot of different ways here pretty soon if Stipe does indeed walk away in the near future. So I would like to see Derrick Lewis get a crack at that title. I also want to see Curtis Blaydes get a crack at the title. I'm a fan of both of these guys. I cannot lie. So right now, I just want Derrick Lewis to get his shot. So how he does that, obviously he's got stuff and takedowns early. Try to wear Curtis down a little bit and let that guard let him drop his hands a little bit as he continues to shoot in for these takedowns and catch him smooth on the chin on the way in one time. And then that'll be all she wrote. Good night, Irene.
So Lewis knockout, what round? Got a round prediction?
3.
Ooh,
Yes,
I like it. I'm going to flip exactly what you said, and I'm going to go Curtis Blaydes via TKO round 3. And here's why. I think Drake's points and your points about Blaydes being able to out wrestle Lewis here are kind of overwhelming given Lewis's takedown defense. If he's able to shore that up, even if he's healthier, if he's able to shore that up in a way that can beat Blaydes, who has been able to take down pretty much everyone not named Ngannou, I think that, that's a massive step for him, and I'm all about it. I'm very excited for whoever wins this to get an next crack of the belt. These are two of my favorite heavyweights. I'm with you there, Matt, that either guy I'm excited to see fight for the title again, whether that's Lewis or Blaydes. But I think Blaydes is just going to overwhelm him. And we saw that nasty ground and pound that Blaydes unleashed on Overeem, right? The elbows that just sliced through. I see something along those lines happening, because when you talk about gas tank, it's true that Blaydes did fade a little bit in the Volkov fight, but I think Lewis is a little bit more questionable in the gas tank from what he's seen him before. If he is healthier and if he's able to maintain that cardio, who knows? But from what I've seen from both fighters, I've got to go Blaydes here. I'm going to go TKO round 3. I think it's just going to be ground and pound to the point, similar to what DC did, right? Where Lewis just couldn't get out of it, was kind of stuck, just kind of 8 shots, and it was, okay, that's it. I don't think it'll be as early as DC was able to do it to him, but I see a similar kind of situation unfolding. So let us know in the comments who you've got, whether that's Blaydes, Lewis, how you think they get it done, the strengths of both fighters. Are we right in our assessments? Are we missing anything? Definitely let us know in the comments. Let us know how it's going down. We'll give you a shout out if you correctly guess it. We will definitely do that on a video, let you know. And to end this one, I'm going to just go ahead and kick Drake out because, it's just better this way. So. Won't happen again. I'm going to catch you, Drake.
All right.
I'm going to do it. Gonna beat you for the year. I swear.